Okay, so what we're going to do is take the avatar we already made and we're going to make it more kind of like a little personal logo. It's going to have our name at the top and the bottom of a circle. So the very first thing we're going to do is go ahead and make some new layers. Let me actually start fresh here. So you have your avatar, right? So let's go ahead and make 2 new layers. And we're going to put one on top and one at the bottom. One under the avatar, one above the avatar. Now we're going to take one of the circles on our avatar, and if your avatar is grouped, ungroup for a moment. So take one of the circles and hold the Option key down on your computer, and with the black arrow, move it, and then Option drag it again so you have 2. Now once you do that, grab both of them, and when you look at the layer, the little blue rectangle to the right of the circle is representing whatever is selected, which happens to be these. Here's an easy way to move stuff. So all you do is click this little circle to pull it up. So now we've got a layer with our circles, a layer with our avatar, and a layer that's empty. We're going to put this big circle on the empty layer. So go to the empty layer now and grab the ellipse tool. So we want to go to shapes, and you can just pull out the little panel and grab ellipse. Then if you hold Option Shift and you get right on the center, you can drag that circle out, and you want it to be at least big enough to have room for your text and stuff. And then you also probably want it to be aligned exactly. So to do that, move this out of the way for now. Group your avatar just so it doesn't fly, and then take both the circle and the avatar and align them both horizontal and vertical center. Now I just happen to have a pattern on this. I'll probably put a color on there of some sort. Or I could even, maybe black would even look cool. No, it's too heavy. I'll go with that. Okay, so next we're going to do our type on a path on these 2 circles, and for the time being, just so we don't mess these up, let's just lock these 2. So we've got the back circle locked, we've got the avatar locked, and then we're going to work on layer 4, and these are going to be this is going to be our writing. The fill doesn't matter, because as soon as you use type on a path tool on the shape, it goes away and it just becomes a text path. So grab type on a path, that's the 3rd tool down from the top or from the left if you pull the tab out, and then click to the upper left right on the path itself. Then type your last name. I recommend all caps. Or I'm sorry, let's do our first name first. Now for the next one, the last name, let's do the exact same thing. So we're going to type just to the left, upper left, click, and type your last name, all caps. So you can choose fonts, you can choose colors, and you know, kind of decide what you want to do. You can rotate the writing by rotating the entire circle, or you can do it by grabbing by grabbing the little bars around here, and you can pull. You can also make the type go to the inside, which is what we are going to do with the last name, but we're not going to do it quite yet. That type is going to sit directly on top of the original circle. So you want it to be lined up. And then we aren't going to want the type to be touching the bottom here. So what we're going to do is grab it once again with type on a path, and we're going to move it up. So just kind of click to highlight. Sometimes just if you double click, it'll grab the whole thing. That's the easy way. And then hold Option Shift and use the up arrow. The right or left arrow is going to widen the type or make it tighter. You want the type to be in the center of the ring that's going around the avatar. So, you can kind of adjust it, try to get it as even as you can. Sometimes when it's highlighted, it's a little hard to see. So you have to kind of unhighlight it and then go back and mess with it a little more. Now the second one, the last name, we're going to grab this little bar here and we're going to pull it inside the circle. And then when you set it on your avatar, it's going to be on top of the avatar because you're going to line those circles up again. If you need to rotate it, remember you can rotate the whole circle. To get that type off of the avatar's body, you want to once again grab it with type on a path. I'm just double clicking on it to get the whole word, and Option Shift and the down arrow. So we're adjusting our baseline shift down. Now once again you want it to be centered, so sometimes you have to kind of click out of it just to kind of evaluate it. Also notice when you do this the letters are farther apart because they're going farther out on the circle. So that could be something you want or don't, depending. If you like that look, it does take up more room, which can be nice. If you like that look, leave it that way and maybe go up to your first name and then make that also have a little more space. Just to try to get it even. And then, you can go and you can make little shapes to put in on the circle. I used the stars from the shape tool here. So I just went in and grabbed star, drew that. And then, you can choose a fill or whatever color you want. And you can put those on there. I would maybe shift click, get them to be nice and straight. Get them both, align them to the vertical align center. Now when you're done with this, you can also put effects like drop shadows, which I'm not going to do because drop shadows don't look very good on black type, but I could choose to add that. And now to save it, you're naming it last name, first name, avatar logo. Don't get rid of the .ai file extension. And then you can turn that in.